Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, this is going to be a collective message. I will say I actually already recorded one, and I just feel like it's just a heavy energy today. I don't know what the deal is, but I'll release that one when it's done processing anyway. But it was just, yeah, it was the second time I tried starting a video, and they're just both very heavy. So we begin with a King of Swords. And the King of Swords energy is, I know we have a feminine on it, but Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and we can see that we've got somebody who's been doing things by the book, and then something in their life got maybe more magical, or maybe they changed their mind, or maybe they started to express themselves a little bit different, or maybe they've started to recognize that there's a few different things that they would like to explore. They definitely went from having like a rigid thought process to being more, well, and we have the Fool, so more free spirited. What was the event that changed a King of Swords mindset and made them think about life differently? Okay, a Queen of Pentacles. They've not been the same since they met this Queen of Pentacles. All of a sudden, everything that they thought they knew, this kind of rigid way of being, was challenged. So the Queen of Pentacles made them feel different about life. How did it make a king feel different about life? Strength card. He was either challenged to maybe like be stronger, be her mate, step into a similar energetic power to hers so that he could be a better match, or it was a really strong bond, stronger than what he's felt before. Sometimes the King of Swords can be less emotional, and if a Queen of Pentacles was a turning point in his life and challenged everything and made his life get all wonky, made him change everything that he thought he knew, made him consider life in a completely different way, and made him want to do something out of the norm, it actually made him better. We also have the Chariot. Only emperors and empresses get to ride in chariots. They get certain about what they want, certain about where they want to go. They get clear on what's important to them, and they take some kind of action. That Strength card and that Chariot is about, I'm gonna do this. So he became certain that he wanted something different once he met that Queen of Pentacles. So she represents something unfamiliar to him, and something that made him operate in a different way, or want to operate in a different way. Let me ask this. Is he only in his head? Has he been thinking about changing things, or has he really, did his life take a turn? Magician. He has actually been actively manifesting different things in his life. You notice that if he were just going to go, round and round the mountain again and again with the stars all in perfect alignment, he wouldn't have basically taken a completely different turn the way he has. And you notice that we have a star that's about to be put like at the top of the dress. I'm thinking this is like the equivalent of him almost sliding this wish fulfillment into place, this thing that he's been manifesting, wanting to be with the Queen of Pentacles, or finding that she made him change direction, course in his entire life, the way he lives, the way he thinks about things, the things he wants. It required him to adjust everything in his life, which is what he's been actively doing and manifesting. And I believe he's almost there. We have the Sun. Man, we're getting so many major arcana. I mean, that's mostly all we have. We have court cards and major arcana, and that's it. This is huge, huge, huge stuff. And it feels very positive, right? Everything is a positive card. It's empowerment. It's decisive. It's doing things that feel emotionally correct. It feels good to their soul. It feels good to, who they are at a fundamental level, what they really want in life. The changes that he's made have been brave. They've been, positive, and it's been because he wants this change. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. We know that you were a huge catalyst for him. Knight of Swords. She sped up everything in his life, made him see the world in a different lens, and made him get busy, like moving faster in the direction that would make change. Maybe he was very precise and by the book, and this is how my life is going to go for 100 years. And instead, now it's all shifted. We have an Ace of Pentacles. Something about meeting her accelerated this transformation in him, accelerated these ideas of where he wanted his life to go. And the fact that he didn't like the routine he was in, he wants something different. Now, it has been a winding road, and it has been a while for him to try to figure out, how can I make these changes? And sometimes it didn't feel like much was happening, and then he would get back on it, and it's been a very serpentine path. But if you're going to go up a tall mountain, you got to do the switchback trails. It's not really a shocker that he might have had to go, weaving his way. We're talking about massive life change. Why did meeting her require him to change his entire life and the routine that he had? Five of Pentacles. Well, part of it is, I don't think he wants to be without her, but that wasn't really the kind of question I was asking. I was asking, what was it that made it so that he had to, like, why couldn't he be who he was, the life that he had, and, apparently like interact with her? And it says, because he didn't have, oh, yikes. Okay. Because he didn't have what he needed to have to give her, which would have been his sovereignty. He needed to be single. We have a King and a Queen of Swords. He could not have given to her properly and equally. This feels like he was in another long-term commitment then. Is that the way to interpret that? Or is it that he realized, I don't have enough to offer her to make her my queen? Temperance. No, it's not that he was in another commitment. This says he didn't have certain things in his life worked out. Maybe he was very beholden to someone else that metered out. Like maybe he was always living hand to mouth. This could have been about money, finances. For him to just want to get things balanced so that he could be, a king to a queen, so that he could like offer her something to sit like beside him on a throne. He realized, well, then I need to actually have my throne be my own, because I'm feeling like this monotonous life that he'd had, it was all very regimented and everything, but it didn't leave him any freedom. It's almost like the whole pattern of his life, everything that he had to do, the timeline that he had to do things on, it was almost like a metronome, and his life was metered out. And it might have been like, every penny that I earn, I can't seem to like get ahead. I just always keep, a steady tempo instead of being able to make a change. But he meets her and he's like, I have to get either out of this debt, or I have to get to where it's not hand to mouth, or I have to get to where I can finally do my life differently so that I can be more, on par with her, or more in balance with her. I mean, it just doesn't seem to me, it doesn't make much sense that debt is just a way of life. I don't know why that would prevent a romance, right? That doesn't actually add up to me at all. But we've got the cards that we've got. I mean, it's for some reason for him, that Five of Pentacles was the barrier to him being able to like be in this connection. We have a Six of Swords. Okay, so it must have been a bigger barrier than that. There was more going on here. The finances kept him in choppy waters all the time. It was just like, he didn't feel like he was in a place to either like call his life his own exactly, or he wasn't in a place where he could have like offered very much or given very much. Okay, so we see him having worked very hard to make some really significant changes in his life. And with these huge major arcana that we've seen one after another, I think he's really close to having completed the changes that he needed to make. He's certainly having the breakthrough. We've got the sun here, and we've got this happiness, and we've got, everything that he has tried to manifest is actually coming to pass. So what does that mean for he and her? Seven of Pentacles. It's pretty much go time. I mean, this with the Seven of Pentacles in particular, yeah, a lot of time has passed, but he's ready to be able to go ahead and give. He's at that point. This is the harvest moment, right? A lot of time has been invested, and now I believe he has just about gained his freedom or whatever this was that was holding him back. Seven of Pentacles is he's about to harvest everything he's been working so hard for. Six of Cups sideways. So, I mean, this is a shared energy. This is like he's on the cusp of being a soulmate that returns. Maybe the question mark is the door open? Let me ask it that way. Is the door open? That feels like the wrong deck. Let's go this deck. Is the door open? Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about the future is always unwritten. So go and find out. Seven of Wands. Go and find out, and you've fought for what you wanted thus far. Now go to the person that you want to talk to, and it might take a little bit of convincing, because I mean, obviously this seems as if the Queen of Pentacles was a major pivotal moment for him, but then we only saw him still embroiled in his journey. I don't know. Have you been around the Queen of Pentacles at all during this time? We have the Lovers. What does that mean? Saying that I choose her, but were you there? No, you've been holding back from her. Does that mean you were with a different lover? Or does that mean she's your lover, even though you've been holding back from her? Oh no, straight up all day, he's been waiting for her. In this storyline, he's wanting to be the King of Pentacles. In this story, then why weren't you just there with her while you were working on your things? Like, I don't get that part. King of Cups and the Chariot. Look, that's just not the way he rolls. I don't have a better explanation. We just see him saying, that's not how I do. That's not how I roll. King of Cups energy. I love her. I want to give her the best. I want to come in riding on Neptune's horses. This is Poseidon, Neptune, god of the sea. It's a great painting called Neptune's Horses that are just, it's beautiful. The horses are part of the sea foam, just like we see here. But he's like, no, I have to come in really strong, really powerful. Even though we don't see ego here, we see him saying, well, no, I want to show love. I want to give her the best. So I have to come in when I have the best to offer her. He decided, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, he decided this is the way I have to approach. But I have been waiting for her. While I've been working on what I needed to, I have been waiting for her. Because I saw myself as her person, her mate. But at least as far as the universe says, it's like, okay, then write the future with her, even if coming back into her world could be a little tough. Why, universe, do we see that Seven of Wands, that struggle? Is it just because this is going to be kind of uncomfortable for him? Remember, he's ready to ride forward on the Chariot, though, so that's an empowered energy. Oh, but there's still fear. There's still fear. There would always be fear when you're worried about whether or not you're going to get rejected or something. Four of Swords. There's been a lot that has already perhaps had to be healed, and there could be some more that has to be healed. But remembering that he's fighting for the future that he wants, he's been doing that all along. He's been making changes all along, and now the final component of this plan is to go toward her. Final message: Are you doing this then? Three of Pentacles. This says very much yes. And we're very close to him doing it, because we've already got two pentacles completely made, and that third one is being finished off. Just like the final star is halfway down the needle already. It's going to be placed, just like the Seven of Pentacles is, it's harvest time. The big work is done. Now it's time to pick the fruit. It's pretty much time to reach out to her. Not pretty much, it is. Like really, really, really soon on this. I just realized I am exhausted. We have a King of Wands. This is the offer from the heart. This is what comes next. He doesn't have anything else to work on. He just has the delivery of his heart. That is probably the toughest thing for him to do, though, is to deliver his heart. I kind of feel like it's going to happen, though, because it's time. Page of Wands. This Page of Wands morphs right into the Four of Wands. If you note behind him, there's four wands. So I'm thinking that this is it. This is he may feel still shy about offering his heart, but it's time to go ahead and do that. So he is. I feel like, I don't think this is more than a day away, all because of the Three of Pentacles that we saw. This looks like it's just time. It's just time. All right, I'm going to leave that one there, you guys, and I think I'm going to have to call it a night. Thank you so much for being with me, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, and we will actually maybe have like a day where my head is on straight. Okay, thanks for being here. Lots of love. Bye.